Hey Coach, Lone Star Gridiron has been the leader in Coach's Show podcasts for 20 years, and now you can get your own Coach's Show podcast each week during the season as a fundraiser for your booster club. Yes, booster clubs all over are using these podcasts to help their sports programs. You get to share the stories of your program and your kids to a huge audience and make money. We started with just football, but this year have expanded to make them available for all sports. Call 713-269-4620 to find out the details and get your Coach's Show started.
Cool. So let's talk about the Ricebirds. What do we expect this year?
Well, this is going into our second year there in El Campo, and kids have had a great off season. Really worked hard this throughout the spring, and we've had a great summer. I think anytime that you go through a change, that first year, everybody's trying to figure everybody out, what the expectations are, what to do, how to do it. We've kind of gone through that now, and now we're entering our second year and had a full off season with our kids, and it just makes a big difference. Coaching staff as well. I think that we're light years ahead of where we were this time last year, and really excited about going into this football season.
Yeah, and so this time last year, you're kind of taking people's word for who the kids are and what they can do, but now you've had a year. So who are some of the kids that you're going to rely on?
Well, I think, starting on the defensive side of the ball, we've got several guys that, started for us last year that we'll see a lot of time, obviously, start for us again this year. Up front, Clay Staling, was a starter for us on the defensive line, played defensive end and some defensive tackle, and he'll certainly be one of our starters. Darian Holmes started for us at defensive end. He's back. Brian Cisneros played quite a bit for us up front. And then, the defensive at linebacker positions, both of those guys are back. Riley Reha, the Mike linebacker, and Will Rod at our Will linebacker. We've moved Peyton Perkins from our bandit kind of nickel position to a corner position. Austin Babcock played a few places last year. We've moved him back to his original bandit position. Then on offense, James Dortick was an all-state offensive lineman for us, left tackle. He's back. O'Bravian Ball was our guard, moving him to center. And then we've got a few guys that played some for us, at different times throughout the year. Spencer Wishart ended up playing a couple of games for us at the end. He'll be our starter at tight end. Ridge Spenrath played most of the year at quarterback last year. He's back. Quincy Thornton at wide receiver. Peyton Perkins is one of our slot receivers. Stacy Norman. So we've got quite a few guys that played last year. Some of them played earlier than we anticipated just because of all the injuries that we had. But we feel like that's going to be a great benefit for them this year. Having been in the fire and having some varsity experience under their belt to go into this season with.
Nice. And talk about the district. What do you expect there?
The district, I think, is going to be really tough. We were in a tough district last year. Our district has changed. Now we're in Region 4 instead of being in Region 3. But we really got a lot of really good teams in our district. Bay City was with us last year. They've got a lot of talent coming back. Calhoun, who, Coach Whitaker has been there for a long time now, and they put out a great team every single year. And they've got some key pieces coming back from I think a quarterfinal team last year. Lavernia has got some really big kids. Had a great season last year, and most of their guys are back. Beeville has always been a team that's been, perennial playoff team, and then Floresville's got a new coach, Coach Martinez, coming over from Natalia, who really did a miraculous job in Natalia of getting that program turned around and being a winner. And so they're going to be well coached as well, and going to be a formidable opponent. So it's going to be a great district, and one that I think 4 great teams are going to come out of that district. We'll make some noise in the playoffs.
Nice. And including pre-district, what are some of the big games that you're circling on the schedule?
Well, it starts off with Wharton. Wharton's like a, 85, 90 year rivalry there in Wharton County. And so that'll be a great game to start the season off with. And, we'll play Needville week 4 that, we've had a lot of history with. They were in our old district. And we're going to play a really talented Brian Rudder team, the second week, and Fort Bend Dulles, who's a 6A team, the third week. So, and then we'll finish out with Giddings. So we feel like we've got a really good non-district schedule that's going to get us ready for district. And then, really every week in district play is going to be a critical week for us. And so it's going to be a great season, a lot of fun.
Nice. And so during the summer, did you get any chance to relax and take a break?
1 week, we take off the week of 4th of July, and this is my wife, Destiny, and I's 25th wedding anniversary this summer. So we were able to escape the humidity and the heat for about a week. Went up to Lake Tahoe and really enjoyed our time there. And so it was a great way to get away and relax a little bit and get recharged and ready to go again for the rest of the summer and on into the season.
I love it. Well, Coach Reeve, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Well, you bet. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for Texas high school football.
Thank you.
This show is brought to you by the book, All I Need to Know I Learned from My Texas High School Football Coach. A handbook of wisdom for parents, young people, and yes, even coaches. Head over to www.learnedfromcoach.com and order your copy to support sharing the stories of these great coaches and leaders. That's learnedfromcoach.com.